Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to Calling You to Joy. That we have so much more power over our health than we even get or realize. That what we focus on with our minds can make a huge difference. Let's take words that when, let's say, you're a young mom or dad and your baby starts crying at night, it's like, oh, I've got to get up. I need to take care of my child. And that brings pressure. That can bring stress and anxiety. That can make going back to sleep really challenging because you're moving in a focus that doesn't feel good. So when you change that, when you change that word from I need to I get to, it's like, oh, I get to get up for my child. I get to be a part of their life. I get to support them and bless them. I am so blessed to have this child. It totally changes everything so that you can find that you take care of your child. You enjoy whether you're breastfeeding or giving a bottle or changing a diaper. It makes all the difference. And then you're going to be in a whole different state so you can get back to that beautiful night's sleep more effortlessly and easily and quickly. So that the words matter. And it's not really the words, it's the feeling that's attached to the words. For instance, you have company coming over and you feel the pressure to get your house in order. That can completely take you to a state of pressure and stress. And here's the deal with our health. When we go into stress, when we go into the fight, flight, survival mode, our healing abilities in our body shut off. So that you can change it, turn it around by changing that, oh, I've got to get the house clean, to I get to clean my house, to that feeling of appreciation that I have people that want to visit me. I get to entertain them. I have a home that I own, that you can turn it around. So turning around the need to I get to can totally make a difference. I think of an alcoholic that I worked with where she went to the place. It's like, oh, I have to not drink. I need to stop. To I get to stop drinking because it's going to work better for my life. It's going to bless me. Be willing to play with your words, to change them around so that you're not bringing this extra pressure and stress, feelings of anxiety, or feelings of feeling addicted. I think of, I get up in the morning and my husband might say, oh, the coffee's all made. He feels like he needs to have his coffee to get him going. But years ago, I changed that need to a feeling of blessing so that if the coffee's not made, I don't need it for me to wake up, that I can go take my hike with my dog and then I can come back and I can enjoy it. Because we can start to feel this disempowering feeling of we need certain things to make it work in our life. So I invite you to join me with this hypnosis meditation. Let me guide you to a more empowered place. Just by changing our focus and looking at things differently. I think of a woman who shared, a client in my women's membership. I can't motivate myself, she said. I keep dragging my feet on these commissions that I have for these art projects. And so what we did, we went away from the pressure words of I need to do this, I have to get it done, to her remembering, well, let's go back to memories when you remembered doing different commissions and how good it felt, that it felt good to be able to utilize your skills and offer up this gift to others, that it felt good to receive the money. And she quickly, within minutes, she just remembered, oh my gosh, I love this stuff. I love doing it. She had just kind of gotten to a habit of doing other stuff that she hadn't done it for a long time. And what was beautiful is as she started to do that again, it opened the door for her to do even more art, which just really feeds her soul and is such a beautiful part of her life. So often with clients, when they're feeling bored or they're focused on all these different health conditions, we'll start to remember those healthy things that they did in their life that made them feel connected and alive, because we can get out of the habit. We can start to forget. We can get caught up in this feeling of, oh, I'm getting old, or all these reasons why we can't do something, and they'll remember. For instance, a client might remember, oh, I remember when I was a volunteer and I held the preemie babies, and it just felt so good for different reasons. Or they'll remember, oh, I used to meditate every day, or I used to take hikes or go swimming, or I used to journal, or I used to take time to do my art or write poetry. Or, oh, I used to lead this one group every week and it just felt so good. So to remember the things that you've done that blessed your life, or people will recall, oh, I got into the habit of eating this healthy food and it just felt so good to me. Or I used to garden, to go back to those memories, not to the reasons or excuses why you can't do it or include it into your life, but to remember, oh, that felt good. That was a good feeling. So I'm going to invite you to focus on words and blessings and joyful memories of things that you did do and how good it felt. To imagine, I think of when I was guided to do yoga, at first I went to all kinds of reasons why I couldn't do it, all kinds of excuses. And it's like I knew it felt right. And after I started to do it, I'd get up in the morning and I would not want to get out of bed. But then I would go to this feeling of remembering, oh, once you get moving, you're going to feel just fine. And then I would remember the good feeling after I did the yoga. And then I went to the good feeling as I continued to move forward, of feeling how my body was more flexible and strong, and it felt so good. We want to go to the focus that encourages us forward, that inspires us to take healthy actions, that releases the pressure and the stress, that lets go of that anxiety, that feels empowering, where we start to own our own lives. So I invite you, just get yourself settled and comfortable. If you have been following along with my self-hypnosis tools like the calm breath or the sigh breath, go ahead and do those, or just breathe easy in your normal breathing, whatever feels right to you. So if you're doing the sigh breath, that's just a self-hypnosis tool where you take 2 sharp inhales in through the nose, and then you do an extended long exhale out through the mouth. If you're doing the sigh breath, it's just doing a sigh, breathing in through the nose, exhaling out through the nose or the mouth. And let the sound of my voice relax the body, still the mind. Feel this complete and total freedom. If I offer up a suggestion, an idea that doesn't resonate, that doesn't feel in harmony with how you want to live your life, stay relaxed, but just let it beat off you like water off a duck's back. It's your life, it's your journey. Keep taking either just regular, beautiful breaths, the calm breath, the sigh breath, and feel with each exhale you let go. You let go. Things settling, dropping, relaxing. That who you are is a joyful being. That when we release the fears, the anxieties, the stresses, the pressure, you naturally choose things that bless you, that serve you. Keep taking those beautiful breaths and imagine like a hot air balloon that releases its weights. You float up to these higher, softer, expansive energies where you remember you want life to go well for you. When you release the pressures, the anxieties, the fears, the best of who you are comes out. More and more redirecting to those beautiful memories when you did things in your life that served and blessed you, and say, yes, yes, I am willing. I am willing to spend time just imagining and remembering the good feelings. Maybe you used to take hikes in the park, or you used to take walks every day, or you just got up and greeted the sun and had your cup of tea, or you meditated, or you got together with a friend or called someone up once a week. I don't know. Just go to the energies. Think of something and then feel it. It's like, oh, that felt good. Feel it in your body. Maybe you smell the smells. Maybe you can feel, if you're working in the garden, the smell of the soil, or you can hear the sound of birds or the buzz of a bee, where it evokes feelings of stillness, feelings of well-being. Let the sound of my voice relax the body, still the mind, dropping deeper and deeper and deeper. Be willing to notice your words. Are you lining up with the activity that you're doing? Whether it's cooking dinner for a dinner party, are you lining up with feelings of, I get to do this? I get to cook. I get to host these people. Maybe you go to that feeling of people enjoying the food, appreciating. It's like all the different moving parts or organizational abilities, because so often we'll go to this place of feeling pressure or resentment, or you're getting ready for a trip. What a beautiful blessing to appreciate, so that you appreciate the packing. You enjoy that you have the space or the time or the money to do that. More and more lining up with those healthy choices. Like, I have the money to buy healthy foods, that I get to plan a healthy meal, where you remember, oh, that's right. I remember when I got into that groove and I was eating that wonderful array of foods that felt so right and good to me. Or, oh, I remember when I was creating, where I was taking time to just dance every day and setting the timer for 15 minutes and just playing and dancing. And I could remember how fun that was. Or maybe you remember a time when you got together with a friend to play pickleball each week, that it matters, our thoughts. but don't feel that from a place of pressure. It's okay to have negative thoughts. It's no big deal. It can guide us to the lighter thoughts, the softer thoughts, the thoughts that can bring us more expansiveness, more freedom, where we are inspired to take the positive actions. For instance, when I'm doing a recording or I'm going to do a hypnosis recording, if I'm coming from a place of pressure, it doesn't serve me. But if I go to a place of remembering, oh, remember when that person shared how much your hypnosis recording meant to them, how it changed their thinking and changed the direction of their life in a positive way, then it feels good to move forward with the inspired action where I no longer have to be perfect or have it all figured out or have it all together. I have seen again and again when someone focuses to just memories of them being stronger and healthier. And I've seen it in my own life where I start to think of myself in a different time in my life. Like, oh, I remember how good I felt when I used to walk up on that trail and my body felt so good and I smelled the beautiful smells of the forest and heard the beautiful sounds. And then all of a sudden, I feel younger and more youthful. And studies bear this out. Be willing. Be willing to think of yourself differently. I have seen again and again in my own life and with clients just by shifting from the uncomfortableness in my body. Like I'm walking and I feel maybe a twinge in one of my knees, and then I focus on the other knee. It's like, oh, yeah, that feels comfortable. And I just focus on that. And then all of a sudden, the uncomfortableness and the other knee goes away. Because here's the deal: when we focus on the comfort, we're more clear-minded. We're not going to avoid getting the support or the help that we need. We're going to have more energy to move forward, to line up with the healthy choices that bless our life, that we're going to want to do it. We're going to want to move forward. We're going to want to say yes to the incremental steps of our dreams and goals and desires. But by moving forward, by feeling good right now, keep taking those beautiful breaths, whether it's the calm breath, whether it's the sigh breath, or you're just breathing easy, that you count, that your health counts, that your well-being counts. So feel the sense of an adventure. Ooh, I get to let go of words that I use that I can feel, have connotations that take me to thoughts of feeling anxiety or stress or fear or pressure. It's like, ooh, I get to clean out this room. Not because I have to, because I own this room, or I'm renting this room and it would bless me to have it cleared out. And so then maybe you remember a time when, excuse me, I'm going to I swallowed wrong. Maybe you remember a time when it was organized. Oh, and how good it felt. And then it totally changes it. In fact, I have a room that has gotten out of control and become this storage area, and I just started to clean it up. And that's how I'm getting there. That's how I'm feeling inspired. It's like, ooh, I remember when it was organized. Ooh, I remember how good it felt for the grandkids to go into it and be able to play and be able to find different things to explore and enjoy. Or, I remember when it even used to be a guest room and it felt so good to welcome in somebody coming to visit in there. And so incrementally, I'm carving out time and going to the thrift store and throwing out junk, and it feels so good. It feels healthy. But when I was ignoring it, when I was letting it get out of control, I was going to words like, oh, I have to clean that out, or I need to clean that out, or what is wrong with me? Why am I not doing it? And of course, it led to procrastination. It led to me ignoring it because I don't want that kind of pressure. I want to move forward from inspiration and expansiveness and feeling good. I think of another thing that I've had so much fun including in my life again, which is doing this beautiful flow arts activity called poi. And I can feel how it really opened me up to start doing it again by me imagining, ooh, remember when you were doing it and how good that felt, the practice of it. It's like, oh yeah, that felt so good. I love doing that. And then that inspired me to move forward. So I invite you to think of things differently. Instead of I have to or I need to, I get to. Ooh, I get to. I get to because I'm alive. I get to because I get to decide how I look at something, how I focus on it. I get to because I get to is a whole different feeling. It's a feeling of flow in the body. It's a feeling of lining up and being empowered with what you've chosen to do. Because if you're going to do it or if you want to do it, have fun. Imagining, lining up with it, remembering how good it felt. Because you count. Your happiness counts. To say yes to including activities in your life that bless you. To say yes to doing things that support you. So let's say you get a big promotion and your old pattern of habit is celebrating with alcohol or a sweet. To remind yourself, if an activity, a choice takes you to a place that doesn't feel in alignment, doesn't bless you long term, brings feelings of guilt or shame, turn it around and change it. It's like, ooh, I get to celebrate by doing something that blesses me. Maybe you dance, put on the radio or put on a channel and dance to uplifting music and you celebrate in a different way. Or you used to celebrate with a cigarette or a drink and it didn't serve or bless you. It's like, ooh, I get to do something that truly does bless me. That makes me feel good. So maybe you journal or take a hike to celebrate. Say yes to the healthy thoughts, the healthy actions that truly bless and serve you. So let's just do one more beautiful breath, whether it's the calm breath or the sigh breath, or just regular, still breathing, whatever feels right to you. How these breathing tools become self-hypnosis is you just start to attach these positive feelings to these breaths as you do the meditations. The beautiful thing about the calm breath and the sigh breath are they do help you physically go to a centered, peaceful place where you turn off those fight, flight, survival modes, and it can help you to feel good. All right. So opening up your eyes, coming back into this time and place. Thank you for joining me during this time. If you want to learn more of the self-hypnosis tools, I have all kinds of different tutorials on my YouTube channel, Spence and Hypnosis. I have sleep hypnosis that you can just drop into a beautiful, deep healing sleep and just let it soak into your being, the positive suggestions, so that change is effortless and easy. If you'd like to take things deeper, then sign up for my newsletter community, spenceandhypnosis.com, and get your free gift, your free hypnosis gift to help you release that triggering mental junk and limiting beliefs that kind of take you back to the same place again and again, to help you break those patterns of bad habit, to help you let go of fixating or focusing on the past and reliving it. And if you want to become part of my women's membership for the women in the group, that's a beautiful way to work with me. That's fairly a fairly low price. Or if you want to go deeper, I work with people in one-on-one packages, my Mastery of Joy packages. People come to quit bad habits, to release things like alcoholism, binge eating, to feel happier, to feel lighter and freer, to say yes to their dreams, all kinds of different reasons. So go to my website, check me out, read testimonials, sign up for a free consultation. Blessings and love.